Hi, it's Dr. Ray here, and thank you for joining me on this video. If you like this video and other ones, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell button so you're notified for new videos that come out. So, the topic of this video is confidence is not a crime. Confidence is not a crime. We live in a culture in this moment where if a person has clear boundaries, gives clear feedback to maybe says no, or even speaks authentically with confidence, they could be labeled as a narcissist because they're not commiserated in a place of feeling bad to guilty for saying no to just not subscribing to, say, victim mentality. Now, what does that mean, victim mentality? Because there are people who are victimized. And that is a person where if someone says no to them, they feel sorry about themselves. If they feel any form of rejection, instead of hearing that as a no and to better their life, they go into the story, what about me, as if they're the only person who maybe has experienced a rejection, such as they don't get the job or something else. Another form of victim mentality could be where there's the idea that the problem is outside of a person's world, like meaning that it's because of a relationship they don't have, it's because that person has a nice car, to that person has more likes, and just it's the world's problem. It's everything on social media, and therefore they feel bad about themselves as a victim, as if the world is conspiring against them and so forth. And when I share this doesn't mean that I'm dismissing the pain that a person who is experiencing that might be having, but it's more just to understand what I mean by victim mentality. But why is that important? Well, that goes like this. If a person has no problem saying no because he or she has strong boundaries, and a person who feels like they need to please everyone, they feel bad to exercise their authentic self, they will project onto a confident person that which they can't be, or they'll project onto that confident person something about them they don't like because they can't do that. They don't have that confidence. You probably witness it all the time where people seem to pick apart public speakers for maybe not saying a word correctly, to judging their hairstyle, to their clothes. And yet, if you were to ask that person how comfortable they are with public speaking, or to tell them to go out there and speak, they'll say no. So it's important to understand that a person who has healthy boundaries understands him or herself. And the only way that they're going to teach people how to treat them is by saying, I'm okay with this, I'm not okay with that. You understand? So we teach people how to treat us, and that is very important. Otherwise, we'll feel resentment. We might pull back from a relationship. And again, it's our personal responsibility to speak up and exercise our voice. So healthy boundaries are very important. It's part of being a confident person. Another one is being able to say no without feeling guilty. Okay. So again, back to the person who plays into victimhood, is that they feel so bad about themselves that they often think and feel that they'll hurt other people's feelings the same way. So they always say yes. They acquiesce to everything. And it's great to have a friend like that. However, it might not be what they really want to do, and they're just doing it to not hurt your feelings, which is not truly being authentic. That is why that person who is doing it just because they're afraid to say no, they'll feel guilty. When you don't reciprocate, such as taking them to the airport or being there when they have a problem, you might feel resentment. You might go into, I did this for you, I was always there for you. And the reason why people typically throw that out at people, like rub it in their face what they've done, is because maybe that place they came from wasn't authentically them, meaning they were doing it because they think they're supposed to, they feel guilty if they don't. They might not even know why, they just do it. And then, of course, when they need help and they don't receive that, they get really upset. Another thing about a confident person is that people judge is when a person's sharing their talents. Maybe it's playing guitar, the art, they're sharing on a video just like this way, things that excite me, that they're willing to put themselves out there in a vulnerable way. And that does take confidence. However, a person who's afraid to put him or herself out there, a person who's afraid to be judged, they might think that person's a show off. That person is a narcissist. That person should be more humble like me. And yet that person's judging that person who put whatever it is out there on social media. So remember, sure, there are some people who specifically share to get attention. Sure, there are some people who are saying, look at my accomplishments because they're insecure and maybe they're looking to attract a partner. But then there are some people who just share from the heart because they're excited. They're excited and they're in their element and they want to give this to the world. Like myself, I'm not making money off this video. I am not doing this for a cause and effect, like meaning to get something from you. If there were any agenda I would have, would be to hear about your excitement, that what I share here on my channel adds value to your life. Otherwise, I share this because I like sharing, and this stuff helped my life. It's helped out a lot of my clients. Therefore, it's coming from my heart, and I'm excited about it. So I'm confident about sharing this work. I'm confident about like it can help others, and that's it. And another thing to understand about a person who, say, takes care of him or herself is that that's not a form of narcissism. That might just be they want to look a certain way. They maybe want to have swagger or dress sexy. You know, they're just comfortable of just trying on different things and putting themselves out there. It's not a crime to take care of yourself. It's one thing to keep looking at the mirror and worshiping yourself to where you think you're just like, you know, God's gift to the world or whatever. We're not talking about that. What we're talking about is a person who likes to take care of his or her skin with skin products. They might like a good hairstyle. They might want their clothes ironed to where they might want to pose showing what they're wearing because they're excited to wear it. That's not a form of narcissism. That is just someone who is excited to take care of him or herself, and they want to share that with you. And the last one here, there's so many more, is so there's this idea of that a person who's really confident can do healthy self-deprecation. And what that looks like is that they might not take themselves seriously. So they're willing to have you and others make fun of them. Like, I'm all right with that. I mean, I remember someone saying something about my hair, and I was having a bad poofy hair day. And they said something about my hairstyle, and I just chimed in also as if it was a fun conversation because I don't care. I'm not my hair. You understand? If I had a big pimple here and someone said, wow, you know, I was looking at your third eye, I would laugh. I would say, yeah, it was painful. But healthy self-deprecation is a form of confidence. However, some people might perceive that as you can't hurt that person's feelings. He or she must be a narcissist. That person talks about him or herself in third party, you know, as if they're this thing. No, it's that they recognize that you know, there's aspects of them that you might see or not see. There's aspects of them that they know that are their strengths and weaknesses. Therefore, they're okay with that. Now, here's another part to that. It's also okay to not play it down. In other words, just imagine that you compliment a person and they say, thank you very much, I did my best. Or you, they were to say out loud, I'm very proud of the work I did. I'm really wow, I just put so much of my heart into that. Because you're afraid, maybe you're afraid to put yourself out there, you might think, wow, they're bragging about themselves. They're overly confident. And yet, shouldn't we feel proud of the things we do? I mean, shouldn't we be able to share with others things that excite us? I mean, for God's sake, we look at really bad reality TV. if we watch the news, all we hear are really sad and horrific stories. Why not hear stories about victories? Why not celebrate those who are maybe making big wins in their life? Whether it's actually a race or that they finally quit the job that they have disliked for so many years and became an entrepreneur, or they walked out of a toxic relationship, or they finished a book. I mean, let's celebrate each other with confidence, because at the end of the day, as you know already, many people have lost confidence, and they lost confidence in the government. They've lost confidence in different systems, to things that are going on in our world. What would it look like if we all start developing healthier confidence with ourselves? What would it look like? What type of world will we be in if less of us were insecure? So confidence is utterly important to create a thriving world with people on it who are happy. Hi, it's Dr. Ray here, and thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate your support, and you are the one who drives this channel. So if you like to be notified when new videos come out, please subscribe to my channel and push the bell button so you are notified when new videos come out. I appreciate you supporting this channel.